Oh hey, I'm Glutton McMuffin and this is Unsolicited and Uninformed, the series where I do biceps curls in the hopes that you'll listen to me talk about the things that I like. On today's episode, we're going to talk about the tragic tale of Rocky Raccoon by my absolute favorite band in the whole entire world, the Beatles. Alright, let's analyze these lyrics. Here we go. Sir Paul begins with a spoken intro. Now, somewhere in the Black Mountain Hills of Dakota, there lived a young boy named Rocky Raccoon, and one day his woman ran off with another guy, hit young Rocky in the eye. Rocky didn't like that. He said, I'm gonna get that boy. So one day he walked into town, booked himself a room in the local saloon. Now, first of all, this other guy is one mean SOB, right? I mean, this kid is named Rocky Raccoon, and to hit him in the eye, give him a black eye, that's just a sick sense of humor. And also, you know, we're already seeing some like inconsistencies in the narrative here. Like, was Rocky a young boy? I mean, how could he book himself a room in a saloon? Was this even really his woman? I wonder. All right, Sir Paul continues with a sung poem now. And Rocky Raccoon checked into his room only to find Gideon's Bible, which is a strange way to refer to a Bible left behind in a hotel room by Gideon, right? Rocky had come equipped with a gun to shoot off the legs of his rival. His rival, it seems, had broken his dreams by stealing the girl of his fancy. Her name was McGill, and she called herself Lil, but everyone knew her as Nancy. So Rocky fancied Nancy, right? But they weren't necessarily together. And the narrator doesn't even seem to get the concept of like Christian names and surnames. Anyway, Sir Paul continues. Now she and her man, who called himself Dan, were in the next room at the hoedown. Rocky burst in and grinning a grin, he said, Danny boy, this is a showdown. So, you know, Rocky's got honor, right? Like he's declaring his intent to duel. Okay. But Daniel was hot. He drew first and shot, and Rocky collapsed in the corner. Oh, now, you know what? I think this is just wrong. Now remember, Rocky had that hateful black eye, right? He probably also had a detached retina. So the one thing Rocky never had was a fighting chance. All right, now we get this honky-tonk piano, middle eight. It's like the hoedown just rocking on as, you know, Rocky just dies in the corner. And then the sung poetry continues. Now the doctor came in, stinking of gin, and proceeded to lie on the table. He said, Rocky, you met your match. And Rocky said, Doc, it's only a scratch. And I'll be better, Doc, as soon as I am able. Because Rocky is a fighter, and he's gonna win in the sequel. Anyway, now Rocky Raccoon, he fell back in his room only to find Gideon's Bible. Gideon checked out and he left it, no doubt, to help with good Rocky's revival. Oh yeah. And then we get more honky-tonk piano as Rocky just dies, right? So I think, you know, this second reference to the Gideon's Bible confirms my theory, right? Like the narrator mistakes Gideon for a literal guest, right? Like one with prophetic tendencies and a tender spot for misfits, like Rocky. But I think ultimately Sir Paul is like playing an unreliable narrator here, recounting this tragic tale with all kinds of hyperbole, wrong details. But the lesson is, if anything of this story is true, is you can only push a person so far, right? Especially one named Rocky Raccoon, okay? That name's gotta be a sore spot. Don't give a person like that a black eye. That is just sadistic and uncalled for. Thanks.